William Byron has addressed the contact he made with Ross Chastain on the final lap of the race at Texas Motor Speedway that caused the end of the race and saw his teammate Chase Elliott take home the win before he reached the checkered flag. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. Before we get to what William Byron had to say to Jamie Little, as well as other members of the media, let's take a look at exactly what happened. Here is the contact between Ross Chastain and William Byron at the end of the race. Let's take a look right here. This is over on Fox NASCAR. See, Elliott has cleared Ross. Byron is moved past Keselowski there. Running the high side. Ross gets up high. He gets a little loose right there. Comes down a little bit. Byron is right behind him. Hits him. You can see Ross come down. Byron comes up. They make contact. Ross goes into the wall and spins out, and that would be the end of the race right there with Chase Elliott winning. Here is another look at it. This is from both the in-car camera of Ross Chastain as well as the in-car camera of William Byron. Ross Chastain on the top, William Byron on the bottom. Let's take a look at this right here. So, yeah, looks like Ross does indeed come down there. Gets spun. And then Keselowski obviously passes Byron there. But I think they gave the that position to Byron, although I know in Keselowski's post-race interview, he says he was going to check that. Not sure what the final ruling on that exactly was. But let's listen to what William Byron had to say to Jamie Little following the race.
How about that? William Byron just fought all day long. No quit in you guys. And at the end, you finished in the best spot you were all day long. Take me through the day in this wild race that it was.
Yeah, we just we weren't that stellar all day. We just kind of hung around the top 10 and really couldn't get our car to carry speed in 1 and 2 on restarts, and just had to free the car up so much to get it out of the track to make it do something. And luckily there at the end we had enough restarts to make something of it, and made it work.
I saw you go over and congratulate Chase Elliott. Just seeing him win after this long drought, what's that like? Looking at your teammate.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, I think all of us are pushing each other to be better, and those guys, I know how hard they've worked, and they're a very capable team. So it's nice to see them have results, and Chase works hard, and he's a good teammate, and so always pulling for those guys, and just cool to see us continue to win races. No matter what racetrack we are, it seems like all 4 of us are executing really well. And yeah, I hate what happened on the backstretch there with Ross. I had a run and I was there and unfortunately made contact, but yeah, that's just racing on the last lap.
So I have to call out Jamie Little here. I can't believe that she did not ask a question about that, and credit to William Byron for actually addressing it without being asked about it. Obviously, he says it is a racing incident. I think that is exactly what it was as well. It looked like Ross got a little loose. He came down. Byron had a huge run coming off the corner. They ended up in this kind of almost in the same space, and with no one really to go. And Ross just got the raw end of the deal there and went around, and that ended the race. Here is what Byron had to say when he was asked about it by other members of the media. This is a video provided by Front Stretch here. Let's take a listen.
But I was just far enough inside that I was there, and I had a run, and it's the last lap. But we always race really well, and so I don't want to do that to him, but unfortunately it just kind of came together there, and nothing you can really do about that. It's just racing. I had a run, and I was there, and it happened.
Do you feel like this is as good a result as you could have had with how the day went?
Yeah, we didn't have a great car, but.
So there you go. That is what he had to say about the incident with Ross Chastain. It was a racing deal. I think that is an accurate assessment watching both the replay as well as the in-car camera replay. That's what it looked like. It looked like Ross did indeed get a little squirrely there, get a little loose, had to check up a little bit, came down the track a little bit to try and save the car. And Byron got a huge run, and they both ended up in that same space. And that's what happens. That's a racing deal. They're racing hard for the win, racing hard on that last lap. Byron's trying to get as much as he can. He's probably not going to get the win. I think at that point, I don't think Ross is in contention for the win either. Obviously, he was trying to get that win, and that's probably why he got loose, because he was driving that car so hard, pushing for all he could. We saw that throughout the day. A lot of those drivers getting up in that high side there, getting loose, and ending their days because they would hit those bumps and just lose control of the car. But I think it was a racing deal. I think William Byron's assessment is absolutely correct. And that's coming from a guy who really likes Ross Chastain. I love what he did at Martinsville. I love his aggressive nature. I love that he kind of brings that flair to the sport. And but yeah, I think it was just a racing deal, but we'll see what happens. I didn't really see anyone talk to Ross Chastain after the race to get his side of it. I'm sure we'll get that probably later on in the week. But let me know what you guys make of this. What do you think about William Byron's comments about the contact between him and Ross Chastain that ended the race? Do you agree with me that it was a racing deal? Do you agree with William Byron that it was a racing deal? Or do you think that William Byron ran over Ross Chastain and William Byron's to blame? Or do you think it's Ross Chastain's fault for maybe coming down and trying to block William Byron, and Byron was there? Let me know in the comments below. Or if you have another idea or you have another opinion, let me know. Let me know in the comments below.